I know you was. I was like, well, before I even get started.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Check 53 is mine. Check 53 is mine. Here we go. Get on the field. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Third down. 3rd and 15.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Scott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Run. Switch it.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's Hill.
This nigga missed the block.
Losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here.
Motherfucker don't be feeling like
calling a
hiking
gain
the
of yards.
ball.
They get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Wentz now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Eagles nothing.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be third down. Midfield now. Here's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed, 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about Deshaun Jackson off to the races? How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw.
Give it to her.
Get it to Ward. Intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game and the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up to the top spot. Then you have the Packers who beat Washington moving up to number 2. The Saints with the loss. Try to follow all this. They drop down the spot. But it's a critical one as they lose that first round bye, and then we're still awaiting resolution on the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East, CD.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy deal because essentially San Francisco and Seattle have kind of been trading back and forth. And after Sunday night's games, San Francisco holds that spot. But remember, those two play Week 17. It could all be decided then. The Saints have already locked down the NFC.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Take it at the 37. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Damn. Nah, just fucking with you.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Here's Scott. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. They find some open field here. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Go. We're 20.
On first down, Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Scott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Yeah.
Picked off by Nate Gary. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Safety screaming. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Push it.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
What the fuck?
I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Oh, that's
we looked at each other
bullshit.
right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Check.
Now Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard.
That was me. My fault. I pushed the wrong button.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably saying the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Wentz now on first down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On first down, Scott. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give to Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's Howard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go! SOS.
On first down, they run with Howard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Check it back. Check 9.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
57 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Kill, 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 kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Go, go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm trying to collect. Mike 57.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm here all day. 57 to Mike. Watch 57. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Watch the pass, watch the pass. 47.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Oh, come.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down?
He dropped it, motherfucker.
Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
47 to Mike, 47 to Mike. Hey, let's go. Get that ball. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Time to go, night. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. That's good. 45.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 75 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Forced out to his left. He'll run it, finding some room at midfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Come on out here. Come get some.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And as others, you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Shit. Let's go.
On the toss play, Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Duke Riley gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw is Jackson, rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh!
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Sunday.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And
what the
he's gonna
fuck?
be brought down by the face
Come
mask. Here
on.
come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Boy, tight game like
This
this.
some
4th
bullshit.
quarter personal foul penalties, no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll try again with Howard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now Wentz will keep it, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is, when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
What we got?
Back to throw. To the goal line, but
These niggas just give up the ball.
There, good pass.
In his hands. Right there.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere.
That nigga just gave up the ball.
Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On 1st down, it's Scott. The 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition